My name's Sam Morrow. I'm an intern with the University of California Cooperative Extension in Sonoma County. But currently I'm in Nebraska I'm in my senior year at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, studying grassland systems, range management, focusing on ecology and management.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. And you're welcome to take it away.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Am I able to share my screen?
Yeah, do you have capabilities now? Let's see.
Let's see, there we go. Okay. Let's see, okay, there we go. So I'm gonna be talking about match.graze. It's kind of what I'm gonna go over today. I'll introduce it, give an overview, and then talk about the features that the platform has and kind of this idea of the 3 steps to success in using match.graze. So as I kind of just introduced myself, I'm Sam. I'm an intern with UCCE Sonoma, working with Dr. Stephanie Larson, the Rangeland advisor. I'm a senior at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Prior to transferring to the University of Nebraska, I was a resident herdsman at Santa Rosa Junior College's Schoen Farm, where I got an associate's for transfer in animal science and a certificate in equine and livestock management. I'm really interested in kind of how to use livestock as a tool for rangeland management, and how those two kind of coincide in terms of ecological processes and principles. So what exactly is match.graze? Here's see if it'll play. This is a short video that kind of highlights what match.graze is, if it'll play.
You have cropland, cover crop, pasture, or crop residue that needs to be grazed. Or do you need extra grazing land or forage for your livestock this year? Let's say that you have land, but how do you find and connect with people who have their livestock to graze it? Or that you have livestock, but how do you find and connect with people who have the land to graze? The University of California Cooperative Extension, or UCCE, has created Match.graze, an online database that connects landowners who don't have animals with livestock owners who have animals that can provide vegetation management services. At UCCE, we believe that grazing can protect lives, homes, and property while increasing overall soil health. It's easy to get started. Start by visiting matchgraze.com. Create your free account by clicking the Create Account button in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Enter your name, email, and phone number before creating a password and accepting the terms and conditions. With that, you're in. Now it's time to get matching. Here in the dashboard, you will be able to register a new PIN, access our About page, and find additional resources and information about grazing. Let's start by creating a personalized marker or PIN for the interactive map that will represent your business. For livestock, you can choose from cattle, sheep, goats, or other. For land, you have the options for pasture, native, crop residue, cover crop, or other. Enter the address of where the land or livestock are located. Then click on geocode using above address to direct the PIN to a general location if you do not wish to provide your actual address. Then follow the prompts to fill out the rest of the details about your business in the fields below the map. Note that fields with asterisks are required. You may also choose to add a photo of your business if you like. However, this is optional. Accept the terms and conditions, click Save, and you're done. Users will now be able to find your business on the map and reach out to you via the contact information associated with your profile. Every property is different and requires thoughtful consideration on how it should best be grazed. If you want to use livestock to reduce fire risk on your property, check out match.graze at the matchgraze.com website and learn more.
All right, so Match.Graze kind of came to be as a result of the fires in Sonoma County and wanting to kind of encourage land management by using livestock to graze and reduce fuels. But it can be used for, just about any sort of grazing situation, whether you have animals or not. So as it was kind of hinted at in the video, Match.Graze is kind of like a dating website for producers and landowners to find each other and make that match, so that the livestock owner operator has access to more land, but that the land isn't going kind of quote unquote to waste by not being managed through grazing. One of the really nice things I like about Match.Graze is that it's a completely free platform. So you don't have to worry about a subscription or anything like that. It's completely free to use and set up an account. And then the main feature is the interactive grazing pin map, which, as highlighted in the video, allows you to select whether you have land or livestock. And then once you have your pin, you can go through the map, or even without having a pin, you can go through the map. And if you're looking for livestock, you can filter it so only the livestock pins show up, or vice versa. If you're looking for a land base, you can filter it so that only the land bases show up. And then you can move around on the map to find those people that have what you're looking for. I don't know, as UCC, we don't know how many people actually use Match.Graze to communicate, or if they're just using it as the platform to exchange contact information. We're just kind of the platform is just that kind of middleman or connector between the two sides. And it uses a 3-tier system to kind of I don't know, I guess, organize what the grazer or the landowner is looking for. And so those 3 systems are community grazing, contract or targeted grazing, and traditional land lease grazing. And so with that community grazing, it's more of the small scale livestock grazers, small scale acreages, looking to kind of do more of a community oriented approach to livestock grazing. And then there's the contract or targeted grazing, which you're targeting or using a specific approach to grazing, or what you're targeting for grazing, using specific animals, that sort of thing. And then the traditional land lease grazing are more of those large scale acreages, large scale producers looking for a more permanent agreement for land to graze. Let's see. Oh, so go back. This image on the right here shows in February 2021 how many pins there were, and then September of this year, just to show that the platform is being used, it is growing. So the features, as kind of highlighted in that video, these are the main features of Match.Graze. There's a bunch of resources and fact sheets on the website. There's educational information and templates for costs figuring out operating costs. There's the interactive map, your dashboard, which allows you to edit your PIN if information needs to be updated or you want to add new pictures and that sort of a thing. Let's see, and then these are the 3 steps to success that I hinted at earlier. So you want to create your free account, register your PIN, and then you're good to start grazing. And then I'll kind of walk through the website because I feel like it's easier to talk about it if we walk through it. Let's see, okay. Okay, so this is the Match.Gray's webpage. So there's the About page, which has that video I just showed, some definitions about how the different land types or forage types are characterized, some information about the grazing tiers. Under the educational information, this is where a lot of those resources are. A lot of it's targeted towards up and coming new contract grazers, but the information still pertains to those who are looking to get into, diversifying the land types that they're grazing on. So we have some informational sheets on grazing on public land versus private land, kind of what you have to do with those, videos, and these educational fact sheets get updated on a regular basis, so the information's always updating. These are those forms and templates to help with budgeting and setting up contracts or lease agreements. And then here's that map. So like I was saying, you can filter. So like if you're only looking for land-based types, you can, if you just like, let's see, if you click pasture, it stratifies it so that you only get the pasture based or pasture pins, if that's what you're looking for, or if you're looking for native grasses or native rangeland. So yeah, that's kind of the, I guess, cut and dry, simple explanation of Match.Graze. Does anyone have any specific questions?
Yes, so just a couple. I realized, or I see that on this map it goes beyond California as well. Are the resources the resources that are offered focused specifically for California still?
Yeah, so the whole the web platform that Match.Graze runs on was started by the South Dakota Soil Health Coalition. And so they're the owners of the map. So there's similar platforms in other states, and that's why they pop up on the map. So yes, the information on this website is specific to California, aside from the pins on the map, because the map is managed by the South Dakota Soil Health Coalition, but we utilize their map, and they helped with the development of the platform. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, it does. And do you have is there any data on whether there's like pretty even grazing lands versus animal demand?
Um,
That pretty much up to the discretion of the user and who comes up. Like,
yeah, we don't. I wish we could kind of track that kind of information, but aside from like manually going through the pins and counting animal pins versus land pins, there's no real way to know kind of what the balance is between them.
Thanks.
I have more of an observation than a question because I'm kind of playing around on the site while you're talking here too. And it looks like there's some nice business resources included as well, like sample contracts and budget tools and things like that. So that's
Yeah,
super helpful.
Ashley, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I just, this is a little maybe tangential, too tangential, but I was just curious to know if there's any outreach to the wineries or, landowners associated with wineries that want to keep flocks. I mean, I think of poultry because it's maybe a more practical crop for the vineyards rather than larger animals. But here in Mendocino, I do see, when you start driving in the more rural areas where there are vineyards, you can see some of the organic wineries. They've got small livestock and not just poultry, but they also have sheep grazing, being pastured in the vineyards. And I was just curious to know if there's any outreach to them, or how would they be included, or can I assume that they are?
There are vineyards that use match.graze. In terms of outreach to vineyards or property owners that have vineyards set up, I'm not sure much has been done in that area. Just because, you have to, the timing has to be right, just right to graze in a vineyard. You can't graze past bud break because you don't want the livestock eating the grapes, obviously. But there are vineyards that utilize match.graze, and when they sign up, when they select their land base, they put other and specify that they're a vineyard and the timing requirements for when they can have somebody graze and what kind of, usually they're just looking for sheep, either pre-bud break to graze the cover crop or post-harvest, kind of. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
I have a question. You talked about some of the 3 tiers. On here, does it show like the 3 tiers, or you're just saying there's like the different levels that people can
So it's one of the questions that gets asked to I believe it's individuals setting up a land-based pin. It asks them what tier they want to be. It's not a required thing for you to answer when you set up your pin, so there's no like way to search for it or select for it. It's just it when you put here, let me share my screen again. Like when you pull up a someone's pin, it'll be one of the pieces of information in their little profile. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, so it'll just show up as one of the pieces of information in their pin. And I guess it's for livestock pens, not land pens.
Any other questions?
I have a couple. So is your office in Sonoma, is that kind of the host in California for this site, the one that manages it and does it?
Yeah, yeah.
And then just wondering how much outreach you're doing, like for Ashley's comment to the wine community, but is there kind of a regular outreach about this information? Because it seems like it'd be great to get out.
In terms of like Match.Gray's outreach specifically, not really. We fit it in when where it fits and when we're giving presentations about targeted grazing and stuff like that. So we are getting the word out about Match.Graze, but I wouldn't say it's something that like we're specifically, putting out. And then I don't know what Stephanie, Dr. Larson's doing in terms of outreach for Match.Graze.
Just wondering if it's easy to find on the extension sites, if it's, in the set of tools that people find, are searching on.
I'm not entirely sure, to be completely honest with you.
Okay.
I know it's on the Sonoma, UCC Sonoma website. But outside of that, I'm not sure.
It definitely looks like it's growing, so that's great.
Yeah.
If that's something we'll be able to pass it along as well, see if there's people who can keep using it. Awesome. Do you have any other questions this evening? No, we can wrap up a little early and I'll pop this onto YouTube when I get the download.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, no
Thanks.
problem.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Sam.
Great.
Great tool.
Yep.
Well, we'll wrap it up there then. Thanks for coming, guys.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your
Bye,
evening.
everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you.